All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fridays at 4 on twitch.tv/DDOstream. Sorry, I didn't quite adjust the... There we go. Let's get a little more light going on here. How are you all doing here today? Welcome to the cusp, technically, of DDO's 20th anniversary, which is February 28th, 2006. Happy 20th to everyone. Today's show is going to really focus on all the stuff that you can do this weekend. And then I'm going to be doing a special live stream tomorrow. I'm going to get on a little bit after Voodoo Spice wraps up. So I guess he's usually done by about 3 o'clock, something like that. And I'm going to pop on after him right here on Twitch and just sort of celebrate 20 years. Now, I need to say that I'm not going to be in World on Cordovan. I can't do it this year. And the reality is we're sensitive to game performance. You're sensitive to game performance. Now that we've consolidated the worlds, we got more people on. And it already was a pretty rough time when I'd pop in on an admin to do, like, say, drops and monster spawns in past years. It lasts, usually once things get going and people know to expect it, usually, as you'll see on old live streams and that, it goes for about maybe a minute, 2 if you're lucky, and then the instance pretty much dive bombs because it just got too many people trying to enter it and what have you. So I had to think long and hard about whether I should actually do anything like that this year, and ultimately I decided no, especially on a Saturday, especially on our anniversary. I really can't cause problems on the live game worlds. So it's not going to be me dropping stuff inside of the game world tomorrow. But I've got some cool things planned anyway. So you should tune in. You should watch Voodoo Spice, and you should watch Nacho actually before that. But we're going to have DDO content on this Twitch channel pretty much all day and night in celebration of DDO's 20th anniversary. So please do watch twitch.tv/DDOstream. Well, I do have some things stirring, Druid's Fire, which I'm going to show you in just a second. But before I do that, is there anything else that I need to do here? I guess not. Now, I am going to have news. This isn't going to be all nonsense today, I promise you. But I thought of some nonsense. Let's do it. It's even funnier now that I see this on camera. Okay, so I am not on the live game worlds. Just FYI. But I thought, what a way to kick off the 20th anniversary and my own celebration of Dungeons & Dragons Online's 20th anniversary by doing a 1v100. I, Cordovan, on my character, my admin character, Cordovan, I'm going to be fighting 100 Cordovan here on Anniversary Island. Now, this is, again, not the live server, so if I crash things, I may get someone mad at me, but it wouldn't be you. So, now I will note, I am on an admin, so I can't die. However, you see my hit point total up top there, so you'll know whether I would have lived or not. I would also point out that I don't have any gear, because the process of actually making an admin character and getting all this stuff done is kind of nonsense, and you're an admin, so you can't really die anyway. But I need to do a few things to try to balance it out so I have some chance. So I've set my strength to 200 and my constitution to 100. Just to get me in the ballpark of a, quote, real level 20 in terms of damage, because the only weapon I'm using is a rusty great axe. And the reason they're not attacking me right now is even though you see me jumping up and down here, the world does not. I have a special admin command going on that prevents any kind of aggro from my character. But as soon as I toggle this off, it's going to get messy here. It's going to get messy. So let's see if I can take out 100 of myself, and yes, I counted. Here in just a second. Is there anything I want to do before I actually start the chaos, though, other than just, I mean, come on here, right? How funny is this? We'll find out. All right, so I'm going to get on camera here so that you can actually see me. Oh, I need to turn off. Well, actually, I don't because these are named. So I can't auto-kill them anyway. And we're going to run this command to aggro to me in 3, 2, 1. Oh, I've got my sound off. That's what's up. Oh, no. Oh, I do have it on, but... There we go. Now you can hear it. Okay. Yes, I am. Oh, I should probably chug this potion of when I'm knocked down. Potion protection from evil to at least try to stop the command. And yes, I am clearly going to be dead here. Oh, I can't. All right. Yes, I can. Here we go. Let's keep swinging here and see what we can do. It's a pile of dead me's quite there. Well, they clearly won, but not by as much as I would have thought, because and I did stop there at the start, so negative 1800. Unfortunately, I can't reset this to do it again. It'll take too long. But I think I'm going to call that roughly a draw. If I set this up again and this time chugged the potion ahead of time and whatever, I bet, and had the sound issue fixed, I bet it would be about equal. So, there we go. Agent Smith, yes, that may have been what motivated me to think of it. I was thinking of the Matrix, and I was like, I could do that. I could actually do that. And they all disappeared. Look at that. Just like that. You're the only ones who ever know I did this. All right, well, I've done this already to some extent, but I want to just give you a real quick Cliff Notes version of what you can do. So you're going to get to Anniversary Island here by speaking with Fred, the Anniversary host. He's available in all sorts of places. Hall of Heroes, House Jarasco, by where you normally find Fred, House Fiarlan by the Fiarlan Chapter House, where the 10th Anniversary event used to be, basically. And Fred will take you to Anniversary Island. Sterling the Strongbox, in both here and in the Hall of Heroes, will be the longest term bit of this event. That runs through March 31st, 2027, and you'll trade your mysterious remnants with Sterling here through March 31st, 2027, and the event itself goes through, I believe, early April. We have that on DDO.com in the guide. We're giving you a little bit more time to get the dust supplied for that last week in case it's necessary. Okay, Sirion Doll here is where you're going to find the 20th anniversary event. This is Time Flies, and that's where you're going to find that one. Over here, the Giver of Gifts is where you're going to pick up Arcane Trickster. Might I recommend that this maybe be the first thing you pick up? You do want to log out and log back in after you get the Arcane Trickster to apply it to your account. So if you want to roll one up, this is where you're going to want to go. We have got over here is where you're going to trade your 20th anniversary tokens with Mina de Kundarik. Every character that you log into or create between now and March 31st is going to get one of those 20th anniversary reward tokens, and you can trade that token in there with Mina for one of the rewards. You can find the full guide over on DDO.com. Weaver is where you're going to get the cloak. And once you've got it, if you need further ones, you can actually get it in the Hall of Heroes. And that's going to be long term. We put it in the Hall of Heroes so that you could get that done after this event ends. The 10th anniversary event is still happening. Tolera will get you the rewards. The Coin Lord's Anniversary Party is going to be where you go and access that one. The Anniversary Genie is the one that's going to get you a 10% bonus, festival bonus to the chance to get named loot. That's every 6 hours you can click on the Genie there. Just for funsies, you can do a little bit of coin jumping over there, and there's some climbing kind of up on that tower there. And I think that is the speedrun version of what you need to know about the Anniversary Island event itself. So, I'm going to switch cameras here and switch clients. Yes, the Arcane Trickster pickup is account-wide, so once you get it applied to your account, you don't need to do it again on any other server. It'll just be there. But you do need to initially apply it, and that's actually why you have to log out and log back in order for it to apply, because it's done really when it reconciles your account tokens. Do you only get ham from the coins below? No, although ham is probably the most frequent thing that you get. There is some kind of crate you can get as well that you'll get rarely. But that event is not meant to be actually something that you farm or has any kind of power level whatsoever. So that's the deal with that. It's just a little goof, really. Something to kind of flesh out the space, give people who are hanging out there something to do. Just a little bit of a space to explore the world there. Thank you on the anniversary quest. We're going to be running that here in just a second. How long do you have to use the Myth Journor box before it is gone? I don't think you have to wait at all. Once it's applied... or once you have it, I think it just sits there, doesn't it? Is there anything listed about an expiration on it? I don't think so. Oops. So I'm trying to solve a minor stream issue here. Give me a second. Okay. And my computer, I don't know what it is about this computer. It's just been having a problem with making me kind of framey when I'm off priority here. This kitty is not helping because this kitty is being a little desk kitty, wants to be a part of everything. Sorry, bud, you gotta go. Here. Oh, I know. Here. Yeah, as soon as I switch over here, it keeps doing this. I don't know why. I don't know if it's coming through or not either. Let me actually give this a bit of a test on Twitch. Oh, now it's not. Oh, yep, there it is. A little bit. A little something. Oh, no, there we go. Oh, I've got a thought. Sorry, give me a second here. This means I'm actually going to have to reboot the computer. Or not reboot the computer, but reboot the game client. Let me take care of this. Okay. All right, I'm just making sure I'm caught up on all the questions here. When is the anniversary live stream? So what I'm going to be, I'm not doing like a main thing with all the developers this year. We just couldn't make it happen this year. But I'm going to be on tomorrow after Voodoo for probably an hour, at least a couple hours, maybe even a couple hours, maybe longer. If I can go all the way until about 7, I'm going to give it a shot, but we'll see how things go tomorrow. And that'll just kind of be me hanging out. I'll be doing stuff in the game world, but I've also got some plans that I'm not really going to talk about right now. Show off some things from the game's history and what have you. Mobs seem to have their race spells boosted too. I thought the new race stuff was player side only. That certainly was the intention. If we didn't hit the mark on that, we will have to address it. I would also say, speaking of addressing a couple of bugs and such that have come up, let me get to a couple of known issues here. We released Update 78 Natural 20 this Wednesday. It's the anniversary patch. There are a couple of bugs. The tooltip for Arcane Trickster's Not Half Bad enhancement incorrectly states it does crit damage when it's actually crit hit chance. The 20th anniversary token can be sold at a vendor. Don't do that. Don't sell your anniversary token at a vendor. But if you do, you can get it back through the buyback. Level 36 items currently cannot display in the shared bank, character bank, or reincarnation cache. And that is something that we were hoping to fix with an update, a quick game update today. We actually had the worlds down in part to try to get this work done. But we weren't able to actually... The build didn't work overnight, so we ended up just doing a maintenance today instead. So that'll be incoming next week on that fix. Basically, the UI only can look for items up to level 34. So it's all in your bank. It just can't see it because it only knows how to check the world property for the level cap of the world. And that's 34. And we're giving out level 36 items ahead of our expansion later this year, at which point we bring the level cap up to 36. So pretty soon this could be a non-issue. But for now, if you have a level 36 item, which obviously you're not going to be equipping it anytime soon, but if you got it, and you really want to craft it, if you want to turn it into a base crafting item or something, you can't if you put it in the shared bank. The other halo of this, though, is that if it ends up that way in a reincarnation cache, the reincarnation cache has the same issue, so that you won't be able to pull it out of a reincarnation cache on a subsequent life. So if you plan to do more than 2 lives, say in the next 5 days, then in particular don't put, well, just maybe hang off on acquiring it, but if you acquire it, don't put it in your shared bank. Keep it in your inventory for now. We're working to fix that issue, though, and as soon as we can get that fix rolled out, we will. It should be first half of next week. And what that's going to do is, short term, just let the bank see things. If it's like, I can't see you because you're too high level, it's going to say, like, display anyway. And so it'll just work in display. There might be a halo where it shows up during other unintended searches, but hey, how many level 36 items are you going to get? And this will only be an issue for a few months, half a year or so, until we get the expansion out. And then finally, one other note I want to mention, Void the Endless Cold is one of the items of the 20th anniversary token reward list. However, it's the only item, I think that's true, it's the only item that's exclusive. And what that means is that you can only have one in your inventory. So if you already have Void the Endless Cold in your inventory, don't select Void from the 20th anniversary token reward list, because it won't deliver and your token will be consumed. So don't do that. But we've added that to the known issues as well. Probably not too many people are going to encounter that one, but you never know. I should also mention that we have got double bonus points going through March 8th and Autos boxes through March 8th. And then let me move images here, scenes here, and put up a little bit of other news while we get things going. So, this one through March 25th, we have got the Midnight Wing Patrons Coffer back, and that's the one that most recently came out for a few weeks, and we're bringing it back now. So you can find out more about that on DDO.com, but if you missed your chance, and we did hear from players saying, I need it back, it's back through March 25th. I would also call out to keep handy maybe our 64-bit server transfer guide. As we've been seeing people return to the game for the 20th anniversary, we've been seeing an increase of questions about how do I get my character off the old 32-bit game worlds. If that is someone you know, please do refer them to our guide. It should get you where you need to go, and transfers are working good right now. We know we still do have a few issues to work on, like there was that forum thread about the person from Wayfinder. We did some work on that this week, although we weren't unfortunately able to resolve that one quite yet. But for example, we do have a bunch of individualized kind of edge cases and such that we're working through. But for the most part, transfers are going fine at this point and should work no problem. The other thing I want to do here is call your attention to our main page. If you're like, gosh, there's a lot of guides and stuff, where do I find everything? Well, you will find everything on ddo.com/20th-anniversary. We've created just a main landing page for all of our 20th anniversary stuff, including a trailer, which I would recommend. I thought it turned out pretty good. And then you can click to any one of these guides here. I would also state that there may be a 6th button showing up here in the coming weeks. That would be a 20th anniversary soundtrack. I can't promise for the timing on that. Whoops. But, it's in the works. I've seen the rough track list. We just need to add all the metadata to it, put it all together, kind of sort through some minor publishing issues and what have you, and then we're good. Before I move on, I want to call out that there's a couple of articles that I would call your attention to. Last night, DDO Players News interviewed our senior producer, Tolero, and you can find that over on ddoplayers.com. It was a good hour-long interview with Tolero that turned out pretty good. Also, we have, let's see if I can find it here. Yes. MMORPG.com also did an extensive interview with Amanda Groh, Tolero, Charles Miles Knockback, and Brent Walton Torque. And there we go. You can see there's a really nice interview that you can read that goes really into the game's history over the course of 20 years. There's some really nice stuff in there, and I'd recommend checking that out. You can find that. I see that just right now over on the front page of MMORPG.com. All right. I think that's where we're at here. Let me get back up our Twitch screen. You have a character prepped for reincarnation on Argo before it was shut down, and now they can't transfer the character because they cannot pack character flagged for reincarnation and cannot create new character if they try to reincarnate. What should they do? They should contact customer support. You may be on an edge case where they may need to manually intervene to somehow transfer it or flag it separately. Gosh, isn't there something there? Let me think about that. Flag for reincarnation. But you're not packed. So that got solved, I thought, by we required packing for before you could reincarnate. So if that character has packed, then just transfer. And if they haven't packed, they must have done it right at the time before we were able to catch that and then resolve it by requiring you to pack before you reincarnate on the 32-bit worlds. So in that case, you'll just need to have your friend get in touch with customer support and they'll have to work through it. I don't know, Druid's Fire, if that one piece is going to be there that you mentioned. We have a file name. It all comes down to weird file names. You know, when we were looking at the soundtrack, the titling tends to be by region name and things like that rather than other things. So I think it might be in there. Night Revels Lord. So that would be the Getting Ahead in Lord's March quest. I don't know, I'll make a note of that. I actually have, I think, a couple of changes to make to the soundtrack. So yeah, it must just be a weird case where you somehow found yourself reincarnating before you were able to pack. Or, I suppose you could have been flagged for reincarnation a long time ago, never touched the character until after we made the change, and so thus never packed, and we're in that state. So either way, CS is the answer. They're the ones who are going to be able to presumably have to manually sort it. Okay, so I am on simply a level 1 character. This is a character I got to 20 last night by running the anniversary quest, and then reincarnated so I could be my arcane trickster. And so we're just going to go in on level 1. I haven't really geared myself out yet, although I did craft quick a couple of level 1 daggers for myself. Just kind of quick, because I'm not going to be using these for too long. And I did get myself a couple of bits and bobs here, but not too much. What do I got? Yeah, like the trap blast goggles, a little bit of intelligence, things like that. But then I got a couple of I've got a cleric hireling and Byron scout sword to help me out here if I need to. But I'm going to take it easy. Well, I'm going to take it easy and go in on a hard to start with, and then we'll go in on something else next if we need to. But this is the first quest that I've run since I reincarnated, so until I understand what kind of actual damage I can do, let me not just go in on Elite and be like, oh, it'll be fine. No. So I forgot to set up my UI here. I'm not going to worry about it too much, but I am going to get enough that I'm comfortable enough having this on camera. Okie dokie.
Korkaza is still frozen in time, high above the chronoscope. But you hear her voice in your head, as if she's whispering in your ear.
I've been expecting you. Come inside.
Yes, so that's what we've been working on. That was part of what we were going to be doing with this morning's game update that unfortunately was unable to be deployed. So we are aware there's a problem right now with guild airships that is partially impacted. Oh, actually, I need to get over to this guy. That's partially impacted by bank access and things like that. So we're working to resolve it.
It pains me to see my
We have a longer-term fix that we've been working on. It was one of the additional phases of game performance work that we've been working on. And our anniversary event somewhat exposed the reasoning for us to be deploying that work. But the work is not quite ready to be deployed. So some of the people who did that work, I guess you could call it maybe a bit of a quick and dirty version of it, or at least one that would be in the ballpark of that. And that was something that we were able to get into a check-in and get into the build that would have gone live yesterday. And the expectation was that would have had some impact on the lag that you're experiencing, specifically as it comes to accessing and then once on interacting with things on guild airships, in addition to some of the impact on shared bank, because we just have tons of players accessing their shared bank right now and pulling items in and out, mysterious remnants and what have you. That bigger fix should be in once it gets through the full round of QA and other testing. So we don't know when it'll be ready exactly, but it'll be released once it's ready. The shorter term fix should also be in next week's patch. Again, we were hoping to get it in today to help from this weekend, for this weekend, but we were not able to. And so as a result, it may continue to be an issue through the weekend here, during high population times in particular. I would say minimize bank usage and minimize guild airship usage is unfortunately the best advice I can have for you at this time. We did do a reset though on Friday as well to hopefully try to
I
impact
imagine
this.
you have questions.
Doris shouts into the wind. Die, meat puppets! Die!
Any hints about what new X packs are going to be based out of? They are going to be based out of Dungeons and Dragons Online, the video game you are watching. But I'm afraid I cannot provide further spoilers outside of our producer's letter on the next expansion, which does talk about, say, the Demon Lords.
Focused or determined as you were, but do what you will.
The way I've got the soundtrack organized, I would just say it was a yeah, I am having... Let me try one thing here. Well, I am sorry to say, folks, I cannot get this problem solved. It's not... doesn't have anything to do with the game, and it has everything to do with either XSplit or my computer. And I cannot get it to work. I just don't know. I mean, we've got a 4070 Ti in this thing. I think it would be enough. It's plenty fine. But that's clearly not the problem. Something, however, keeps spiking out the GPU no matter what I do. So, I can't do this. I can't do this. Sorry. I think what I'm going to do instead is just hang out for a little bit longer, and then call it a day here till tomorrow. Maybe I'll get this going on. I guess for tomorrow I will have to get OBS going and do that instead. Solve the problem that way. Yeah, I don't understand. Well, but I can't let the video just be all framey for the next 20 minutes on a company broadcast. I just can't do it. Yeah, so let's just get to a few other questions then here. Maybe while we do that, let me put a little music on in the background here. Turn down the volume some. There we go. And get some questions. What about the anniversary quest not always giving rewards question? Is this in the coming patch? Not yet. So, good question on that one. So far, we've been investigating it since we got that initial report, and have not yet been able to determine what might have happened there. We have not seen other reports as well. We saw 2 individuals who reported this, but they were in the same group. And we have seen no other reports of this happening outside of a player confusion issue, which is that you have to, every member of the party has to click on the chest in order to get the timeline fragments. And if you don't click on the chest, you're not going to get them. So, as long as you click on the chest, you will get the timeline fragments. And we've seen that in all cases so far, with the exception of the one initial report early on from the 2 members in the group who didn't get it. So, if it happened to you, let me know. We definitely want to try to solve this to the best of our ability, but it appears that it was either a weird one-off lag spike issue, or perhaps player confusion in that they just expected it to auto-populate, and they in fact needed to click on the chest. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing the Arcane Trickster. It's just not happening on this computer right now, and for the life of me, I can't figure out what's going on, so I can't make it happen. I agree, Druidsfire. I think it's an XSplit problem. You've been having similar frame issues? Well, that's good to know. Unfortunately. Because I do like using the software, but I guess I'm moving to OBS for the stream. Are there plans to allow characters to transfer from one 64-bit world to another? Yes. It's been long in the works and a more difficult process than we expected in order to be able to enable it. What we are working to do is, to the best of our ability, resolve any of the item ID conflict style transfer issues that plagued us, middle, late last year when we were doing the transfers. And it's caused by a whole host of issues, but one of the big ones is mixing US and EU players. And that's something we have got to be able to resolve, or at least have a solution for, before we're able to do that work. And work is underway to develop a solution for that, but we're not across the finish line on it. And until we are, we can't really offer these 64 to 64-bit server transfers. I mean, in theory, Sirion, we could, quote, remove level 36 items from the game, but that's kind of not the point. Or we could remove it from someone's inventory, but so far there hasn't actually been an issue. It's true that level 36 items aren't displaying once placed into your shared bank, but you also can't use them until at least the expansion comes out. So there's no actual way to utilize these items right now. We're offering them as a bit of a teaser preview and motivating factor to get some early level 36 loot. So in theory, I think if you did find yourself between now and next Tuesday doing a double reincarnation and not being able to reincarnate twice because of it, you might need to wait till, like, say, Tuesday, Wednesday until you can resolve this issue. I don't know, Ungermax TV, on that question. I haven't actually traded in enough dusts to know if there's a difference. I'm assuming the purple ones are one of them, and the green ones are the other, but I couldn't tell you which one is which. The Durgar Iconic, yeah, that'll be coming here later this year. Yeah, I'm afraid I don't know the answer on the color of the tiering on that. Yeah, I can't tell you the iconic yet. So. Well, I don't know what else I can do here today, unfortunately. Stream is being a jerk. Not you. It's not you. It's my computer. So I don't think I can really do much more today, other than to welcome everyone to what's going to be a really amazing weekend in Dungeons & Dragons Online. I am going to be streaming tomorrow as well. After Voodoo Spice here, we'll do some more gameplay and things like that. I'm going to be heading in-game myself tonight to celebrate the anniversary and level up that Arcane Trickster some as well. But, If I could tell you what the iconic class was, what would my answer be? Swim Cleric. No hint about where the new X-Pack will be based out of. We already did. That's in the producer's letter. It's going to be set in, well, what do I say? Maybe I better be careful what I say there. Out of the Abyss, yep, the latter half as you tackle the Demon Lords escaping the Underdark in the Forgotten Realms. So we're going back to the Forgotten Realms Underdark for the latter half of the Out of the Abyss book in particular, including the Demogorgon. And you can find all that out. It's a little long in the tooth now, but we have our producer's letter that you could find right there. Yeah, well, I think I'm going to wrap it up here then. I'm sorry, folks, that I wasn't able to actually do some anniversary gameplay today. I'm going to have to get this issue solved permanently, I guess, by just switching over to a different software or something like that. So, until tomorrow, everyone. Hope you have a great time. We've got more shows happening tonight and elsewhere. You can find our full schedule over on twitch.tv/DDOstream. And if you're watching this on YouTube afterwards, hello! Give us a like and a subscribe if you would. We really do appreciate it. And you can find our full slate of archived videos there on YouTube. We also have a separate chat with Torque on the Arcane Trickster you might want to check out. Have fun, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.